Across streets, those with her name, Ama Sawa, billboards bore her face. Fashion brands courted her, and young women across Ghana saved her pictures as wallpaper, hoping to be like her someday. She lived in luxury apartments, drove sleek cars, and commanded respect as one of Ghana's most influential content creators. Yet, behind the admiration lurked whispers. Ah, it's men who made her who she is. She can't tell us she made all this money from Instagram. They always deny. But we know these Accra big men are her sponsors. Alma smiled whenever she had such words. She knew the truth, the story that began in a small forgotten village far away from the glamour of the city. Her rise had not come from men's pockets, but from grace, hard work, and an unshakable faith in God. This is her story. Amma was born in Asobwa, a small village tucked within Ghana's eastern region. Her father, Kofi Asare, was a subsistence farmer tilling cocoa and maize farms, while her mother, Adwaya, sold palm oil and firewood in the local market. The family lived in a mud house with a thatched roof, and every rainy season, water leaked through, forcing them to gather in the dearest corner until the storm passed. Amma was the third of six children. As a child, she often trekked barefoot several kilometers to fetch water from the stream before school. Poverty was a constant companion. Sometimes there was no gari to soak, no kenke to eat. Yet, her parents reminded her, nobody knows the beginning of a great person. Unlike other children, Amma carried dreams too large for her tiny frame. She often told her siblings, one day the world will know my name. I will make it, not for myself, but for all of us. They laughed at her, but deep inside, Amma believed it. School was her space. She attended the village basic school where benches were scarce and students shared tattered books. Teachers were poorly paid and sometimes absent, but Amma's hunger for knowledge drove her. She excelled academically, often topping her class despite studying under lantern light at night. But beyond academics, Amma had a gift, confidence in expression. Whenever visitors came, she boldly recited poems, sang cultural songs, and gave small speeches. Her teachers noticed her charisma and began to push her for debates and drama competitions. At home, she supported her mother by hawking palm oil, firewood, and even groundnuts in nearby towns. Each trip exposed her to people who lived differently, better dressed, speaking fluent English, holding phones Amma had never touched. These sights watered the seed of ambition in her. Her father was skeptical. Amma, don't dream too much. Education is good, but at the end, women marry, cook, and raise children. That is their blessing. But Amma would reply, Papa, I will go far. My life won't end in the village. Her conviction startled him, but a mother encouraged her secretly. Chase your dream, my daughter. The world will hear of you. After finishing JHS, Amma gained admission into secondary school in Kumasi. Leaving the village for the city was like stepping into another world. She encountered girls from wealthy homes, flaunting iPhones, expensive shoes, and well-starched uniforms. Amma, with her second-hand sandals and worn-out trunk box, became a subject of mockery. Village girl, they taunted her when she pronounced words with her thick Akan accent. But Amma did not let shame bury her. She joined debate club, where her commanding voice and sharp arguments quickly earned her recognition. Soon, the same girls who mocked her began to respect her. Amma's faith grew stronger during these years. She joined Scripture Union, often leading prayers and preaching for her peers. She made a vow before God, Lord, I will never sell my body for success. If If you bless me, it will be your glory, not man's help. She graduated with good grades, but her family could not afford university. While many of her mates advanced, Amma returned to the village, torn between giving up and holding on to her dreams. Then came the breakthrough. Her uncle in Accra offered to host her if she could find her own way to pay university fees. Determined, Amma began working as a sales girl in a provision shop, saving every pesewa. Her dreams was life. In Accra, Amma was introduced to a completely new culture. Fast-paced life, endless noise, and a glaring inequality. On weekends, she borrowed her friend's phone to explore Facebook and Instagram, amazed at how young people showcased fashion, lifestyle, and motivational talks. Hey, so people make money just by posting? She whispered one evening. She decided to try. With a small second-hand Android phone she bought from savings, Amma started creating content. At first, it was simple motivational quotes, short videos encouraging women not to give up, and funny skits drawn from village life. Her authenticity attracted attention. Many laughed at her raw accent, but others admired her confidence. This is different, some said. Amma was not discouraged by slow growth. She posted consistently, often staying awake past midnight to edit videos on her phone. She studied how influencers styled photos, wrote captions, and interacted with followers. Soon, small Ghanaian fashion brands reached out. Amma, can you wear our dress and tag us? We will give it to you free. That was the first brand collaboration. No money but free clothes. Amma wore them proudly and posted with joy. One day, a brand sent her 200 cedis as payment. She cried, holding the money, whispering, Lord, this is just the beginning. Amma's following grew steadily. Her blend of authenticity, humor, and faith-filled motivation made her stand out. Unlike others flaunting wealth, she shared her humble beginnings, posting pictures in her mother's farm clothes beside her new brand collaboration. People found her relatable and inspiring. She launched a small YouTube channel, sharing lifestyle videos like how to look good on a budget and Village Girl's Guide to City Life. Within months, her subscribers multiplied. As her influence spread, invitations poured in. From youth conferences, churches, and even radio interviews, some became a voice for young women, teaching them to chase dreams without compromise. But fame is a double-edged sword. Soon the rumors started. Hey, Amma's lifestyle has changed. Who is sponsoring her? Don't mind her. She claims she's working. But these men in East Lagoon are her backbone. Amma was hot but never responded. She remembered her vow. Her story would vindicate her. The more people talked, the harder she worked. Each milestone, new partnership, small sponsorship, an apartment she rented fueled gossip. But deep down, she knew the truth. Her success was born of sweat, grace, and faith. Accra's air was filled with whispers whenever Amma's name surfaced. She had just hit 50,000 Instagram followers, a feat many struggled years to reach. Her posts, carefully crafted, were drawing both admiration and envy. But as always in Ghana, success attracted suspicion. Hey, this village girl is suddenly renting an apartment in Spintex. Don't be deceived, oh. Some politician has taken her as a side chick. One woman muttered in a throw. At a youth conference where Amma was invited to speak, she overheard two girls whisper, "We know these Accra slave queens. They won't tell you who is behind their success." Amma smiled, but the words stung. At night, she prayed with tears streaming down her face. Lord, you know me. You know my vow. They can insult me, but let my story one day silence them. The rumors did not end there. On Twitter, a faceless account claimed, "She's been seen in East Lagoon driving men's cars. Stop deceiving the youth." It's hot, but Amma refused to respond. She had learned something valuable. When God is building your table, don't argue with people who only have chairs. When the pressure became unbearable, Amma turned to her faith. She dedicated every Friday evening to fasting and prayer. Her small one-bedroom apartment often echoed with worship songs as she prayed in tongues, declaring promises over her life. Her Bible became her greatest weapon. She clung to verses like, "The Lord shall fight for you and you shall hold your peace." Exodus 14:14. "They will fight against you, but will not overcome you, for I am with you." Jeremiah 1:19. She also leaned heavily on her vow, no man would ever buy her dignity. Several wealthy men approached her. One businessman messaged her, "Amma, I admire you. Let me take care of you. I will give you a Prado, an apartment in Airport Hills, and 10,000 cedis monthly allowance. Just be my special friend." Another sent a voice note, "Pretty girl, stop wasting your time working like a man. Success comes faster if you allow those of us with money to help." Amma rejected them all. Sometimes she deleted messages without replying. Other times she politely responded, "Thank you, but I believe in hard work. If God will bless me, He doesn't need me to compromise." Her refusal shocked many, but she knew her body was not a bargaining chip. It was God's temple. Amma also battled something deeper than rumors, societal stereotypes. In Ghana, whenever a woman rose quickly, people attached her success to men. She remembered how even her own relatives said behind her back, "Oh, Amma claims she's working on the internet. Does social media buy cars? It's men, no." The mentality frustrated her. At times, she wanted to scream, "Why can't you believe women can succeed through hard work?" In it, she told her story. Selling firewood and palm oil in a village, studying under lantern light, starting social media with only second-hand phone, growing her page through consistency, not shortcuts. The videos gained 1 million views in Ghana alone. Youths across the country shared it, praising her courage, but critics still twisted it. She's only covering her tracks. Nobody rises in Accra without men. Amma was learning the hard truth. Success is never celebrated by everyone. One evening, Amma posted a creative video for a small Ghanaian natural hair brand. She styled her afro, spoke passionately about embracing African beauty, and ended with, "Confidence is the crown you never take off." The video went viral beyond Ghana. Nigerian blogs picked it up. Kenyan pages reposted it. And within a week, the hair brand sales doubled. Suddenly, emails flooded Amma's inbox. Brands in South Africa, the UK, and even the US wanted collaboration. One global cosmetics company offered her $15,000 for a 6-month campaign, more money than she had ever seen in her life. Amma knelt in her small apartment, trembling, tears rolling down her cheeks. "Father, you did it. From firewood in Asobwa to international deals, you alone deserve this glory." That campaign changed everything. She moved into a better apartment, upgraded her gadgets, and even hired a small team, but the gossip grew louder too. She's sleeping with some white men abroad. Don't mind her God did it speeches. It's sugar daddies. Amma no longer fought rumors. She let results speak. Success attracted new friends, but not all came with good intentions. A few close ones, jealous of her growth, turned against her. Her childhood friend, Efwa, once told a blogger, "Amma is fake. Don't be deceived by her preaching. She's just hiding the men funding her." Amma saw the story online and wept. Betrayal from outsiders was tolerable. But from someone she once called a sister, it cut deep. She prayed again, "Lord, if people I trusted turn against me, Teach me to trust only you. Despite the betrayals, Amma stayed focused. She invested in her siblings' education, sent money home monthly, and even began renovating her parents' mud house into a modern two-bedroom home in the village. People in Asobwa were stunned. Aye, this girl is truly blessed. She has not forgotten her roots. But in Accra, the whispers continued. Amma realized something profound. No matter what you do, people will either misunderstand or misrepresent you. So live for God, not for applause. Amma's first big breakthrough didn't go to the designer bags or luxury holidays. Her heart was still tied to Asobwa village, where the parents had sacrificed everything for her. One Friday afternoon, she surprised her mother with a video call. Behind her was a construction site. Mama, can you see? This is our new home in the village. No more leaking roof when it rains. You and Papa deserve better. Her mother dropped the phone, crying uncontrollably. Villagers gathered, watching as cement blocks rose where a mud hut once stood. Soon, Amma had built a two-bedroom house with roofing sheets that shone in the sun. She also took over her siblings' education. Kojo, her younger brother, was enrolled in a polytechnic. Her sisters attended SHS, with their fees always paid on time. People in Asobwa marveled. Hey, look at Sewa's daughter. God has truly blessed her. But in Accra, the rumors did not stop. So she's suddenly building houses. That's no brand deal money. Some big man is sponsoring her. Amma shook her head. She knew success came with heavy shadows of gossip. Still, she pressed on, remembering her vow. Lord, this is your glory. Her rise made her a target of powerful men. One evening, after an event at Kempinski Hotel, a wealthy businessman approached her. Young lady, I admire your boldness. You're too beautiful to stress yourself working. Be with me, and I will set you up for life. Forget these small brand deals. You will own properties. He placed his business card in her hand alone with an envelope. Inside was $5,000 in crate notes. Amma froze. That money could pay her debts, help her parents even more, and expand her business. Her heart pounded, but then she remembered her vow. She looked him straight in the eyes. Sir, I respect you, but I am not for sale. Please take your money. The man laughed mockingly. You will come back begging. Women like you always do. But Amma walked away with trembling hands and tears in her eyes. She ran into her apartment, dropped to her knees and prayed, Father, I chose you over gold. Prove to the world that it pays to remain faithful. The next month, she received a life-changing brand contract, 10 times the amount that the man had offered. She smiled and whispered, Indeed, integrity has no price. Amma's focus was never on relationships, but love has a way of showing up when least expected. At a youth empowerment conference in Kumasi, she met Kwame Owusu, a young Ghanaian entrepreneur who ran a tech startup. He wasn't flashy, but his intelligence, humility, and God-fearing nature drew her. They exchanged contacts, and friendship blossomed. Unlike others, Kwame didn't treat her like a celebrity. He asked simple questions. Have you eaten today? Are you resting enough? He admired her values, often telling her, Amma, what makes you beautiful is not your fame, but your discipline. Over time, Kwame proposed, not with flowery promises, but with sincerity. I want to walk this journey of life with you, not because of your fame, but because I see a virtuous woman in you. Amma prayed earnestly and felt peace. She allowed herself to love. But as the relationship grew, so did the rumors. So Kwame too has fallen for her lies. He doesn't know how many men have passed through her. Kwame ignored them, telling Amma, I trust your heart, not their gossip. Their wedding day arrived in Accra. The church was packed, the streets filled with curious onlookers. Amma looked radiant in a white gown, but behind the smiles, she had whispers. Today, they will know she's been pretending. Kwame will regret marrying a slave queen. Amma held Kwame's hand, nervous but steady. The pastor declared them husband and wife. Joy filled the church, but outside, social media bruised with speculation. Later that night, when all guests had gone, Amma sat with Kwame, and with tears in her eyes, she said to him, "My love, there is something I've never told anyone. Despite all they've said, I've kept myself. I'm still a virgin." Kwame's eyes widened, not with doubt, but with admiration. He held her hand and whispered, "Amma, you are a proof that God still preserves vessels of honor. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for keeping yourself." News spread quietly among close friends, and soon rumors began to die. Those who mocked her were silenced by the truth. Amma's story became a living testimony. She had risen from Asobwa's mud huts to global billboards without selling her body, following sugar daddies, or even shortcuts. She and Kwame became a power couple, using their platform to mentor young Ghanaians. They organized conferences titled Grace Without Compromise, teaching youth that success could come through faith, hard work, and integrity. When Amma visited her village again, the children ran after her shouting, "Influencer! Influencer!" But she smiled and corrected them. "No, call me Sister Amma," told the crowd. "Never despise your beginning." When Amma was born, people thought nothing good would come from our home. But look at her today. God has lifted her. Amma hugged her parents and whispered, "Nobody knows the beginning of a great person." Her story stood as proof to Ghana, Africa, and the world that women can succeed without compromise, that rumors cannot kill destiny, and that God still rewards integrity. And as she often wrote on her posts, "Grace is real. Work hard, stay pure, and trust God. Your light will shine, no matter how dark your beginning."